evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here with some more Lords of Waterdeep gameplay. In my last video on the game, I taught you the rules. In this one, we're actually going to go ahead and play a game. I'll be playing against the hard AI. One of the strengths of the iOS app is that the AI is actually pretty good. The AI definitely gives me a run for my money. I have lost games to the AI before. I have won very, very narrow games as well. So I really appreciate the effort that was put forth in making the AI good. I'm going to go ahead and add 2 AI. These things, the city guard, the harpers, this is just flavor. It doesn't matter. It really makes no difference. It just affects like what color you are. So I guess I'll be yellow. I've always been Knights of the Shield. Might as well stay that way. But I've played a lot of games against Oberyn and Laeral, so let's just go ahead and play against Jurisk Olhamond of the Red Sashes. Okay, I'm gonna do a 3-player game just for speed, just so we're not watching 4 opponents take turns. And also, in this game, actually, I realized I forgot to mention this in my rules video, the number of agents that you have does vary with the number of players. So in a 3-player game, you start with 3 agents, and you get a 4th at the start of the 5th round. In a 4- and 5-player game, you only start with 2 agents, and then you get a 3rd at the start of the 5th round. So you get 1 fewer agent per round, basically, in the 4- and 5-player game, so you get to do less. Okay, we're Kelvin Aronson, the Blackstaff. This is one of the few guys who just gets a straight-up positive description. Not, oh, this guy looks like a floundering idiot, but that's really just a cover for his immense intellect. No, he's actually pretty great. All the guys here seem to have trouble keeping their eyes open. It's like they were sleepy when these portraits were painted. I don't know. Anyway, here we got Arcana and Warfare. Cool beans. So we're going to be going for those quests, and it looks like I'm the 2nd player. So I got 5 coins instead of 4. Alright, our opponent here went to Cliffwatch Inn and grabbed a Warfare quest, so that's unfortunate. It's a good chance that we're going to be fighting with at least 1 person for Warfare. Now, these, let's talk a little bit about strategy. And again, I'm not an expert player at any of these games, so I could totally be wrong in everything. But in my opinion, these actions are really bad, these starting actions. So I try not to go on them if I can avoid it. Obviously, you can't always avoid it, but early turns, getting a quest is pretty good. Using a good intrigue card can be helpful, and looking at what buildings to buy, that can also be a good thing, because if you introduce good buildings in the game, either you can use the effects, which is great, or you don't get to use the effects because your opponent goes in the building, but then you get to profit from the owner benefit, which is also great. So let's take a look at the buildings here real quick. Okay, this one is an accumulating wizard space. So it comes with 1 wizard on it, and an extra wizard is added at the start of each round. So this is pretty good for getting wizards in the game. I do have Arcana, so that could be a useful building for me. The only problem with this is you get an intrigue card if your opponent goes on it. You don't get a like a cube or any money. I typically would rather have cubes or money than intrigue cards, because I know what the benefit of the cubes and money is. I don't know what the benefit of the intrigue card is going to be. The Smuggler's Den is a really good building. You pay, it looks a little bit confusing, but you pay 2 money, and then you get 4 cubes. They can be any combination of fighters and rogues. Now, I do have Warfare here, so I'm going to be needing warriors. So this is a good thing for me to have, and then getting money if my opponents use it is good too, because a lot of quests take money to complete. In fact, I got lucky. My starting quests both are Arcana, which is perfect, because that is one of my categories. So that was a nice stroke of luck. Now here, this one's tough. It's 2 wizards and 4 money, which is like all my money that I have at the start of the game. You do get one of your wizards back, and you get an agent back, so you get an extra action that round. This one, you get 9 points and 2 clerics. You do have to give up 2 warriors and 2 wizards and 4 money. So money's going to be tight. If I do end up building a building, then I'm going to be a little bit pressed for cash to actually complete these quests. So I think I am going to grab a quest from here. Oh God, unfortunately, both Warfare quests, again, cost money, which really sucks. But I'm going to go ahead and grab this one here. This one makes it so that whenever you take a action that gives you a warrior, you get another warrior from the supply. So that's obviously good to complete early if you can, because it boosts your resource management, or your resource accumulation throughout the game. Okay, so my next plan for the round, depending on what my opponents let me do, I'm going to try to get money and maybe build a building. I guess I already have the money. Oh, God. Okay, well, this is both good and bad. So the opponent went to the builder's place, so I'm not going to get to build a building. But the good news is that I am after the person in the turn order, so I can actually use this building, and I'm totally going to use the crap out of this building. So I'm going to buy two things, and I will eventually need rogues, but right now it just seems like all I really need is warriors. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take 4 warriors here, and I'm going to blow the rest of my money on this quest just to get it going. There we go. So let's complete it. So I am broke. So if I can get money with my final action, that would be ideal. But now every time I get a warrior, I get an extra warrior. And what's really, not sorry, it's not per warrior, but anytime I get any number of warriors, I'll get 1 extra. So if I go to the smuggler's dock, for example, and I get like 3 rogues and 1 warrior, that actually counts. I'll get 3 rogues and 2 warriors instead. So that's cool. So that actually worked out pretty well. Let's see if the money is open. And it looks like it is. Yeah? Alright, so money is pretty much what I need for my quest, so we'll go here. Alright, so basically my main problem is wizards. You know, if nobody builds buildings that generate wizards, then all the wizards that there will be is 1 wizard per turn at Blackstaff's Tower, which is not very, very good. So next round, I might buy this building. It'll be worth 2 points next round, and it only costs 4 money, so I'll still have a little bit left over. I think saving up 8 for this building isn't worth it because I don't necessarily need rogues. I mean, rogues do get used in... All the types of adventurers get used in all the types of quests, but rogues are not a primary thing for Arcana or Warfare. Obviously, rogues are primary for Skullduggery, which I am not, and none of my current quests need rogues. Any quest I'm likely to pick up to use rogues? Well, there's 1 rogue in this quest. Sorry, let me zoom in. So if I take this one, that would work. But I'd actually rather have this quest than this quest, because this quest gives me money, this one costs money, and I'm already having some trouble with money. So that's the quest I'm going to want. It gives more points. Actually, this gives a lot more points anyway. So yeah, that's the quest I'm going to want, so I don't really need that many rogues. All that is a way of saying I'm going to try to get this wizard building next round. I haven't even looked at my... Oh no! The quest got cleared. Ouch. Alright, I didn't even look at my intrigue cards yet. Alright, Call for Adventure is actually a really, really good card. So what this does is that you get 2 cubes of your choice, and then each opponent gets 1 cube of their choice. So like you spend an action to get 2 cubes, and your opponents don't spend an action and get 1. But you're going to Waterdeep Harbor to play this, so you're going to get another action after your cube leaves Waterdeep Harbor, so it's actually quite alright. And this, your opponents lose a priest, and for each one that doesn't, you get 2 points. So let's take a look here. Some of these will be like, if your opponent can't remove that resource cube, then you get a resource. This one just gives you points, so I don't really want to play that early on. I don't need points early on. But this thing, to get a couple of wizards, might not be bad. I don't need to rush to the Waterdeep Harbor, though, because there's 3 spots in Waterdeep Harbor, and I really do kind of want to build a building. The question is, do I want to build a building or do I want to get money? Let's go ahead and build a building here. You know, I could also use my own smuggler's dock to get more warriors. That's tricky, but you know, okay, I'll leave it alone for now, because getting money for an opponent using it isn't the end of the world either. Okay, let's go here to the Builder's Hall. And let's go ahead and build this, because I'm going to want more wizards in the game. The problem is if the opponents go on it, I get intrigue cards rather than wizards. So that's kind of unfortunate. But at the same time, you know, even intrigue cards are good. Okay, so he's got a warfare thing, and he just took a quest I wanted, which is unfortunate. But there are 2 Arcana quests out here. So I'll be able to pick up something. Let's see here. Once per round, you can assign an agent to a space containing an opponent's agent. That's actually pretty useful. But this thing is what I'd rather build, because it gives money. And I think I'd rather have money right now than this effect. So I'm going to actually go to Cliffwatch, and I'm going to pick this thing up. So now I do need a couple of rogues, and I also need a ton of wizards. So I'm really hoping I can get on my own wizard building next round when it's going to have 2 wizards on it. We'll see if that actually works. Oh, hey, a Call for Adventurers. All right, this is perfect. So I'm going to just go all wizards all the way. Typically, when you have an effect that gives you a worker of your choice, unless you really need a fighter or a rogue at that point, it's better to get a wizard or a priest, because like I've mentioned before, you know, wizards and priests are just harder to get than rogues and warriors. So at the end of the game, 1 cube is a cube. They're all worth the same. But during the game, a wizard and a priest is actually more valuable than a fighter or a rogue. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Waterdeep Harbor, and I'm going to get some more wizards. Because I'm going to basically use up all the wizards I get. And, well, we'll see what happens. So a cleric and a fighter got taken by my opponents. If you were, by the way, were playing a human game, you'd obviously be looking at what quests your opponents have. And, oh shit, that's annoying. Okay, so my opponent just played a mandatory quest on me. This is just the worst thing ever. When you get a mandatory quest played against you, you basically have to complete this quest before you can complete any of your other quests. And the rewards for these are terrible. I'm spending 3 points to get 4 points, and I'm losing a white cube and a purple cube. This is just like a disaster. It's really, really, really horrifically bad. So that sucks that he chose me to put the quest on rather than putting it on my other opponent, but I guess he thought I was, you know, doing better. So that sucks. Let's see, what else is there to do? I can get 1 wizard from this building, but I don't want to do that because it'll grow to 2 wizards next round. The smuggler's dock got played on. Cliff Watch Inn. I'd have to clear the quests to go there. So I can go to Castle Waterdeep to make sure I'm the first player. This will guarantee I get 2 wizards, but is that the best thing I can do? It really, it's either that or get 2 rogues. You know what? I'm gonna get 2 rogues. Here. Oh, hang on a second. If I can go to the smuggler's dock, I can get all the rogues I need there. So I don't necessarily need to get 2 rogues now. I think, oh man. Yeah, tough decision. I think I'm going to basically be able to use every wizard I ever get, so I will just get 1 wizard here and be grumpy about it. Alright, so that player goes first, which sucks because that means now I'm going 3rd. Well, we'll see if I'm going to still be able to pick up these wizards. Alright, so he builds a building. This is where you get a fighter and a cube of your choice. Might not be bad to get a fighter and a cleric, actually, if the other good stuff gets taken. Keep in mind, I will get 2 fighters because I made a quest that makes it so that when I get a fighter, I also get another fighter. Okay, that's good, but I think right now the most valuable thing for me is that smuggler's dock. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to get 2 rogues, because rogues, 2 is all I need at the moment. Let me see what quests are out there. Oh, there is that Arcana quest, but I don't know if that's going to stick around. If I get that 3rd rogue and never use it, it would kind of suck. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and grab 2 fighters. So I'm broke. I'm down to just 1 coin. I'll have to get money if I ever want to go to the smuggler's dock again. But I'm really set on warriors and rogues. Unfortunately, the wizards got taken, but I did get a whole bunch of other wizards. So it's fine. What is this bidding war? Okay, this is kind of like a drafting thing where you draw 3 quests and then you pick one. Your opponent, then you pass the 2 to your left opponent. That opponent picks 1, and then your final opponent gets whatever's left. So it's a pretty good shot of getting a bonus category of quest, but it's not a high priority at the moment. Lack of faith makes my opponents lose clerics, so I'd get 2 points and cost a cleric to my opponent. I think a much more sensible move. I'm just gonna go here. So I'm gonna get a fighter and a cleric, which gives me 2 fighters because I get an extra fighter whenever I get a fighter, and I'm gonna take care of this mandatory quest, which really sucks to lose a cleric and a wizard, and only gain 1 point for my trouble. But that's fine. So now I actually have what I need to complete Steal the Spellbook. Oh yeah, please don't put it on me. Oh no, he's completing it. Okay. So at the end of my next turn, I'll do this, which will give me a couple more intrigue cards and some badly needed cash, which I could use to build a building later on. Not this turn, because the builder hall's already been taken, but perhaps in a following turn. So bidding war, get another quest. I mean, I have a lot of quests. I don't necessarily need a quest right now. I could go to the Cliff Watch Inn and get this quest here, which I'm close to completing. It's pretty poor points-wise. I'm spending 5 points to get 6. Granted, I get 4 bonus points at the end of the game for it. But even accounting that, it's pretty poor quest point-wise. But this benefit, you know, it can be pretty strong to be able to go somewhere that an opponent is gone. So let's actually do it. I'm going to do this. Pick it. And it's going to be tricky. I am going to now steal a spell here to get some intrigue cards. Hopefully get something good in one of those cards. Mostly I'm interested in the money, which allows me to complete my other quests. Oh, this is good. So that one's really good, actually. It gives me 2 wizards, and it makes me give an opponent a wizard. And the other thing is another one of those bidding wars. Well, that'll be good later on if I'm running low on quests, I guess. But typically I'd rather get a quest from Cliff Watch Inn and a couple of money than go to the waterfront, or go to the Waterdeep Harbor and get a random quest through a bidding war. Oh, hey, did he just build? Did he just? He built this thing. That's pretty good. So this accumulates 2 warriors per turn. Ah, I lost my wizard. Well, that's a damn shame. And okay, What do we do next? Well, I think I'm gonna go actually to Waterdeep Harbor here, just to make sure I actually can get there. And we're gonna get a couple of wizards going, which is nice to have. Who gets a wizard? So they both have 2 wizards. This guy has more points. I mean, I really should look at the quests and stuff before deciding, but we'll give him the wizard. And I can complete one of these quests. I'm gonna actually, let's do Research Chronomancy, why not? This is just a nifty little quest. I get one of my wizards back, and I get an agent back to my pool. So I've only placed 1 agent. It's the one in Waterdeep Harbor, so we'll just take him back. It's fine. Now I need wizards again. Unfortunately, I don't think I have anything else that gives me wizards. Oh, the quest got cleared. Oh, piety and commerce is all that's in the main area, and skullduggery. So that actually was a real blow, because now I can't pick up any good quests for myself. So I could spend the rest of my money on the smuggler's dock and get some warriors and rogues. I mean, I do need rogues. Oh, if only I hadn't lost that 1 wizard. I've lost 2 wizards this game. 1 to an intrigue card and 1 to that stupid quest. But okay, we're going to do this. I'm going to go here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get just 1 warrior, which will be 2 and 3 rogues. So now I have the rogues I need to complete Recover the Magister's Orb. And I can do this and just, you know, pack up some points for it. Have I actually built a single building this game? Oh, I bought the wizard building. Yes, that's right. That's the only one I've made so far. Shoot, this is really bad that piety, commerce, and skullduggery come up, which are exactly the categories I don't get points for. Hey, there's a warfare. Man, I might do that. 8 points, and whenever you complete a warfare quest, score 2. Yeah, let's pick that thing up. Because there is another guy getting warfare quests. All I need is 1 cleric, and I can complete this thing. This good faith is actually really good, isn't it? Yes, you get 2 priests and your opponent, and then you pick an opponent to gain a priest, which is fine. So I'm going to actually go here and do that right now. That turned out really well. So the priests are nice. Who gets a priest? They both have a priest. This guy's completed 2 quests and has 2 on docket. This guy's completed 2 and has 4 on docket. Alright, I think this guy actually is the one to whom I will give the priest. And I'm going to complete this thing. So now warfare quests are worth an extra 2 points to me. And losing 4 warriors isn't really that bad because I get an extra warrior every time I collect at least 1 warrior from an action. So, like, I'll get those warriors back. Alright, it turned out really nice that my opponents actually went to the Cliffwatch Inn and he took a quest out of there, which popped up a quest that I could actually use. Okay, so my agent comes back from Waterdeep Harbor. We got choices to make. So I could just go to this tower and complete Recover the Magister's Orb. That's certainly an option. I could go here to be starting player and guarantee that I can go there, but that's, I mean, yeah, I don't want to like go that crazy just making sure I get 2 wizards. All those good action spaces have been taken. The Builder's Hall is available, but I can't use it. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take money because I need money for one of my quests anyhow, and I find that even when you feel like you don't need money, you're going to need money. It's just there's always opportunities to use money. Alright, so the quests get cleared out, which I'm fine with. Only one of those fit for me anyhow. Now we have 2 warfare quests out here. Let's see what they are. Alright, so this one is worth... Hey, get back here. This one's worth no points, but he gives you an extra action for the rest of the game. Since we are in round 5, I think I could actually probably complete that quest this turn, but it's just not worth it. This one, though, is really good because it gives me money, and I like money. So I'm actually going to go here and... let me think. Do I want to grab that quest? I could go to the smuggler's dock and get a bunch of warriors, or I could get... yeah, I think as much as I want to get a deck or a quest, I do feel as though just getting these wizards is more valuable because wizards are hard to come by. So I'm going to just get these 2 wizards. Do I want to recover the orb? Sure. What the hell? So now, once per round, I can go to a space. I can put a worker on a space that has one of my opponent's workers on it. And the thing about this you have to remember is... Oh, God, he took the good quest. God damn it. Alright, well, so the other quest is crappy. So once again, we're in a situation where all the quests here are bad. Even though this one matches my category, I definitely don't want to do it now. Well, you know, this might be the time, actually. I think this is the time to do one of these bidding wars. Yeah, because I need some quests. So do I go to the smuggler's dock first? The risk of going here is I might get cubes I don't end up being able to spend. which would suck. But on the other hand, what are the odds I'm not going to be able to spend all my warriors? It seems pretty small. And if I don't go here now, chances are that place will get taken. Well, actually, do these people have any money? That guy's got 7. This guy's got 2. Yeah, but they could both go there. I could build a new building. So this building's pretty good. You pay 2, and you get a priest or a wizard, and a priest or a wizard. So you can get 2 of the hard-to-get adventurers at once. This is pretty good, too. You get a warrior, a rogue, and for me that would be 2 warriors and a rogue, and 2 money, and I do kind of go through money a lot. So this one I don't think I want to get because I have to save up money for it, and I don't necessarily need that many rogues. So I could just build a building, but there's a lot of good stuff out here. I'm going to go ahead and do the smuggler's dock, because there's multiple places on Waterdeep Harbor. There's only one place on the smuggler's dock. Granted, I could have gone into smuggler's dock using my special ability now that I can go to a place even after an opponent's gone there. That might have been smart. Anyway, let's go ahead and get, I'll hedge my bets. We'll get 2 warriors, which turns into 3, and 2 rogues, and just hope I can use those rogues at some point. And then my next turn, I'm going to go to Waterdeep Harbor and have a bidding war. Ooh, so he takes a quest from the inn. This actually might open up a good quest for me. Oh, it did! It did! Oh my god! Do I get to go there? No! No! Oh, the pain. Okay, well, at least it didn't take the quest I wanted, so there's a chance it'll be there next time. But this quest is perfect, because I can actually already complete it, and it gives me money, which I love, and it's a pretty good point ratio. It's actually, you're spending 5 points to get 10. It's pretty one of the better ratios, honestly. Well, I can't get it. There's no building here that lets you take a quest. There are some buildings in the game that let you take a quest from Cliffwatch Inn, but unfortunately they're not in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. We'll do a bidding war. So let's go ahead and see what we get. All right, well, there's only 1 warfare quest here, so that's what I'm taking. Do I want to deliver an ultimatum? I can actually make it right now. Yeah, I think I'm just going to make it right now. Seems good. I get some money. And, I mean, either I spend them there or I spend them somewhere else. But, like, this one up here is basically like a lighter version of the one I just completed, so I don't mind that I don't have that all ready to go. All right. So this gives your when you play this card, your opponents have the option to pay you 4 money to score 4 points. I don't know when the hell you'd ever do that unless that was like literally the last action of the entire game, because that just seems like a terrible, terrible, stupid thing to do. I wouldn't even pay money to the bank for 4 points, let alone to an opponent. That's just crazy. Okay, so I can go to Waterdeep Harbor and have another bidding war, or I can go to the Builder's Hall and actually build one of these buildings. It would be nice to have a thing that lets me buy more than 1 wizard at a time, and it seems like my opponents aren't really fighting me on Arcana quests too much. So I'm actually going to do this, and hope I get to use it myself. Even if I don't, getting 2 money when my opponents go on it is totally fine. Oh, that was a little combo I just did. So I actually played my last agent on the hull, and I had the first agent in Waterdeep Harbor, so I can actually use this building right away, and I totally will. So right now, I mean, I don't have any quests that need clerics, so we're just going to go ahead and grab wizards. Seems fine. My opponent takes money. All right, now there is a little bit of a hiccup here. I only have 1 money left, which means I cannot go to the smuggler's dock. But if I go to Cliffwatch Inn, if I'm able to go to the Cliffwatch Inn space and get 2 money on a quest, I will then be able to go into the smuggler's dock because I've made that 1 quest that allows me to put a worker on a building that has an opponent's worker on it. No, he took my quest, the jerk. Oh, for God's fucking... Okay, so now there's nothing here that matches my stuff. This warfare quest is just terrible. I could clear the quest out, but that doesn't solve the fact that I don't have money. So there's a couple ways I can get around this. I could get money here at this north gate. And that would actually, if I chose fighter, I'd get 2 fighters. And then I could complete my festival, which would give me 2 clerics. But I really need quests. I'm actually running terribly low on quests, so I might just clear out the quests here. I think I'm just going to do this. Hopefully something comes up I can use. Hey, only 1, but it's a pretty decent one. So we're going to have to really just get 1 more rogue and 1 more rogue and 3 more fighters. So basically I can get that at the smuggler's dock. Unfortunately, I have no money. Well, let's see. I can get money at Cliffwatch in tragically none of these match Warfare or Arcana. I can just go to the Aurora Realms shop and get money. Neither of these gives me money, unfortunately. I think I'm just going to go to the harbor and have a bidding war. I'm going to need more quests, and I'm clearly not getting any quests from the deck. This sucks. This sucks a load of dongs because none of these quests match my thing. So I'm going to hate... I don't know if any of them is commerce, but I'm going to hate draft this one because it's 25 points. It's really good if you're a commerce player. So I'm just going to hate draft it from them and leave it at that. That was crappy. So I don't know where the hell all the Warfare and Arcana quests are because they're not coming up in the Cliffwatch Inn and they're not coming up when I draft. So that really blows a heap of dongs. That and the fact that one of my opponents took my Warfare quest from me that I really wanted. I might actually end up in trouble just because I'm not able to get enough good quests. Well, let's see. Lack of Faith would... Neither of them as a cleric. It would just be getting me 4 points. Is that worth doing? Certainly going to Cliffwatch Inn would be worth it if there's a quest I could take, but there isn't a quest there for me. This is a rough situation. I'm going to go ahead and just get 4 money. This will let me get 2 wizards this round from my House of Wonder, and I can also go to the Smuggler's Dock. Okay, so now I can only do one of those 2 things. The Smuggler's Dock I think is more important, because I need to make this Confront the Xanathar quest. Take a face-up quest. You can immediately complete it. If you do, you get 4 points. It's nifty, but I think I just need warriors. So we're going to go ahead and sneak behind my... Actually, wait a minute. I don't need to go there, do I? Because I can just go there off of Waterdeep Harbor. That's one of the cool things about being able to go on a building your opponents can go on. You know that that spot is basically locked tight. So we'll just go to Waterdeep Harbor. This is fine. We'll play this. One of my opponents did get a cleric. So he'll lose a cleric, and then I'll get 2 points from the other one who had no clerics. Okay, so now let's go here. What do I need? I need 1 more rogue, and the rest fighters. Okay, let's go ahead and do this for a bunch of points and some more money. Alright. So now my other worker from Waterdeep Harbor gets to go. Where does he go? Pick up a quest I'm not going to make. No thanks. Pick up a quest I'm not going to make. No thanks. I can take 1 wizard. We're out of good actions, unfortunately. So what I'm going to do here then is just keep it simple. We'll just take 3 fighters. I'll almost certainly end up using them because I have an Arcana quest that uses fighters, and if there are any Warfare quests I get at any point, those will use fighters as well. So my main priority here, honestly, is going to Cliffwatch Inn and clearing out the quests. I just really need to get a quest I can actually complete. Alright, so there's an Arcana and a Warfare. So let's take a look at what we got here. The Arcana quest gives me bonus points when I complete Arcana quests. It's a bit late for that, so I'm going to go for the one that gives more points. I need a Cleric and a Rogue, which is awkward because I have neither one, so it's going to take at least 2 actions for me to get both of those things. You cannot get Clerics and Rogues in the same action without there being a very particular building in play. But at the same time, it's not necessarily the end of the world. Oh my god, I can actually get Clerics from this House Festival quest. Oh my god, that's what I gotta do. That is what I gotta do. Alright. It's happening. Oh man, my opponents are completing some huge quests here. Like I said, I have lost to the AI. I mean, it's totally possible that I will lose this. Okay. I think I'm just gonna go here. So now I can complete my festival for soon, which gives me conveniently 2 clerics. So now all I need is 2 fighters and 1 rogue, and I can defeat the uprising from Undermountain. So this is actually pretty nice. I can go to the Smuggler's Dock. Whether or not an opponent goes there. Okay, an opponent did go there, but that's fine. Man, that is a really good quest that lets me use a building that my opponents have used. Gotta say, I'm a pretty big fan of that. Alright, so he's making another big quest. Okay, the thing that he just played is you name one of the 5 quest types and you draw cards from the deck until you get a card of that type. This can be a really devastating card just because it can like cause cards that your opponents want to be removed from the game, which is rough. All right, there's 2 Arcana quests here. One of them gives bonus points when I play more Arcana quests. One of them makes it so that I get an intrigue card whenever I get a wizard. Neither of them is that great. I could just, you know, take it to get a little bit of extra money. I can also take an intrigue card, so I can go to Waterdeep Harbor, but if the intrigue card I get is crappy, I might just regret not having taken 2 money. So yeah, we'll just go ahead and just go here. Let's pick this thing up. Wow, lots of these little Arcana quests. I might be able to sneak in, like, one of them at some point. Choose me! Oh, he didn't choose me. Alright, so this is it's gonna come down to the wire here. We're all pretty equal on points. I don't have any intrigue cards. I could get another quest. That would be a little bit, shall we say, speculative of me. I think a safer play is to go here and grab a couple of wizards. I'm definitely good on clerics. So, should I just make this? I should just make this, shouldn't I? Yeah, let's just finish that up. So I need to go to the smuggler's dock. Oh my god! Oh my god, I spent my last 2 money going to that other place, so now I don't have the money to use the smuggler's dock. Oh god. Oh, that's bad. That could cost me the game for sure. Well, shit on a stick. Alright, we got one more round to go here. Yeah, it's gonna be rough. This is the last round, so I can definitely make this Uprising quest. The real question is, can I finish any other quests? That's gonna be the tricky part. Okay, so my first turn is really clear. I'm gonna have to go here. And of these, the one that's worth more points is this one, the Owlbears, because that gives me a cube and money, which is worth more points than 2 points per completed Arcana quest after that. Which obviously I'm not gonna make any more Arcana quests after that. Oh, please choose me! Choose me! No, you suck! I hate you. Alright, well, let's go into the smuggler's dock here. Wait, how many wizards are there? There's just 1 wizard on that space? Damn. Oh, damn. So I can only get 1 wizard at a time unless I go to the House of Wonder, but then I don't have enough money for the smuggler's dock. Well, butts on a cracker is what I gotta say to that. I think I'm actually gonna be okay, though. I think it's gonna be fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here. I'm going to pay my last coins. We're going to need 2 warriors at least. I don't think I'm going to need any extra rogues. Yeah, that doesn't matter. So that other thing is just going to be wasted basically. Wait, hold on. I'm going to get 2 rogues in case somebody plays a thing that makes you lose a rogue. That is better. All right. So oh my god, I need money to beat that quest. Shit on a... Jesus. Okay, I think it's gonna be okay, everybody. I think it's gonna be okay. As long as I can get 1 wizard, this is gonna be okay. Because what I can do here is I can go to my own place. Yeah, I think so. I mean, I can get a wizard from the House of Good Spirits. Oh yeah, that's definitely better. Okay, so I'm gonna go here. I could actually go to the North Gate, which would give me 2 money, which would be useful, perhaps. Yeah, this is gonna be totally fine. It's fine. So we'll just go here. We'll choose the wizard. Now I'm gonna domesticate an owlbear. Kapoink. Which gives me the money that I need in order to defeat the Uprising from Undermountain. And I have everything I need. So as long as no opponent plays a kill a cleric quest or intrigue card, I should be fine. And tragically, I actually would have liked to go to the waterfront to put this on somebody. Possibly screw them up, but I can't because the waterfront's already full, and I've already used my privilege of going to a place that an opponent has already gone on. So what do I do here? Well, I think actually I build a building. So let's go here. Wait a minute. This is totally not worth it, is it? Because if if I build this building, I spend 4 money to get 2 points, which is spending 2 points to get 2 points, which is a waste of time. This would have been spending 4 points to get 7, but I am unfortunately going to be 1 action shy of pulling that off. So at this point, the only thing that actually matters is just getting cubes for points, basically. So, yeah. We'll just go here, which gives me 3 cubes. It's the most points I can get. Then we'll complete this thing, which gives me some more cubes and points. Oh, yeah, and I needed money to complete that quest anyway, so building a building would have been disastrous. Alright, so that's my last turn. Now my opponents get a whole bunch of turns, because they went on the docks. They went to Waterdeep Harbor. So they're all going to get, you know, between the two of them, 3 more actions. Let me zoom in, I guess, a little, so when my opponents do things, you can see what's happening. But I think I might have actually just trounced them, because my score on the score track is higher than theirs. And one thing I've noticed about the AI is the AI doesn't do a very good job of going after their agenda quests. Like, they'll get some, but they definitely like do a gamut of different types of quests. And so it just really seems, unless I'm really playing the game wrong, that you should just, as much as possible, try to get quests that match your Lord's bonus category and pretty much ignore everything else. Oh, hey, wow, he just finished off a 25-point quest. All right, that's interesting. So now I'm actually 13 points behind on board. I'm actually behind on board compared to both of them. Okay, well, then I didn't trounce them, but I am gonna need to win on the bonus categories pretty significantly in order to catch up to these guys. So let's see what I got. So here we're counting points. It's 1 point per cube and half a point per money, rounded down. But I made a gargantuan number of quests, 11 quests matching my categories. So as you can see, I got a bajillion points there. And I really doubt that Jurisk made as many quests matching his or her categories. Yeah, just 4. So the computer will, like, go after their categories somewhat, but in my opinion, not as much as they should. Unless, of course, I'm just bad and don't know it. It really seems like you just gotta focus on your bonus categories. And then, you know, it's pretty solid. You can't go wrong. It's not like one of those things where it's like, am I being naive if I only go after my bonus categories? Like, is there some extra deep strategy, you know, for taking quests that are outside my categories for the bonus effects? And I just really feel like, no. Whatever advantage you might get from playing better quests is nullified by 4 extra points per quest you complete, which is huge. You can actually see here my opponents were both, if I can bask in my victory a little bit, they're both ahead of me on the scoring track at the very end. Like, after I placed my worker, I was ahead on the scoring track, but then with their extra turns, they got ahead of me. But even though they had comparable points, like I had 10 bonus points from unspent resources, they had 5 and 7, so that's comparable, and we all completed a comparable number of quests. So like really they were ahead of me on the board. It wasn't the difference was way too big to be accounted for by the resources left over, but I still trounced them because I made sure that all my quests matched my Lord, and only a third of their quests, third to a half. See if it was 4 out of 10 and 4 out of 11. So yeah, a little less than half actually of their quests matched their Lord, and so for that reason alone they lost. I'm not saying they would have won had they gone for their own quests, because who knows? Maybe, you know, if they had gone only for their own quests. Let's see, commerce and piety and warfare. So yeah, maybe if they'd only gone for their own quests, you know, I would have been able to do more of my own stuff. It's hard to say, but I really feel like that's a good strategy and a good way to beat the AI if you do get the app. Anywho, thanks for watching that. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and or subscribe. And what's going to happen next for Lords of Waterdeep is I'm going to go ahead and play through each of the 2 expansions. There's Undermountain and Skullport, which add a little bit of complexity to the game. So if you don't think the game's interesting enough yet, then hopefully with the expansions it will be. Thanks a lot, guys. Stay tuned, and I'll see you next time. Bye.